morning. We invite you to join us for interesting and entertaining programs on WJHL-TV Channel 11, Johnson City, Kingsport, Bristol, Tennessee, with transmitter located atop Holston Mountain and studios in downtown Johnson City.
Yeah, so, it looks like the big movie this week is going to be Frozen 2 from Disney. The worst possible sequel to the worst fucking movie in the world that nobody ever liked. Just like the first one, my mom was taking my baby sister to see it, so I'm like, fuck it. I'll go along and check it out just to see how lame it is. It was even worse than I thought, though. I mean, it's crazy how Disney finds new ways to rape our childhood with this unholy fuck pile of fail. I mean, there was so much wrong with this movie, I don't even know where to begin. The whole time I was watching it, I was just thinking like, oh man, I can't wait to rip this turd apart. As such, here is Automated Thoughts' top 25 plot holes in Frozen 2.
Number 25. How did Kristoff know what Olaf was doing?
So not even 5 minutes into this movie, and it's just embarrassing how bad this is. In one of the first scenes, we see the main characters, you know, Ice Bitch and her sister Anna, who I like to call Plank. They're sitting around one night playing charades with the cuck boyfriend and like that little fucking annoying snowman, whatever his name is. Now look at this scene and tell me what's wrong with it.
Okay, Olaf, you're up.
Okay. So much easier now that I can read. Lightning round, boys against girls.
Okay, I'm ready. Go. Unicorn. Ice cream. Castle. Oaken. Teapot. Mouse. Oh, Elsa!
I don't think Olaf should get to rearrange.
Okay, wow, did you catch that? The little snowman guy, I can't even remember his name. He's imitating Elsa by doing her little slutty catwalk from the first movie, and Kristoff immediately recognizes what he's doing. He immediately calls out that he's imitating Elsa. But then, if you go back and watch the first movie, see, here's the thing. No one ever saw Elsa do that. When she did her little hip-swaying little walk, disgusting. She was all alone in her ice palace. Kristoff wasn't there. Nobody was there to see it. Because then when you go back and watch the rest of the movie, it's not like she does it at any other point, only that one time. Kristoff didn't see it. Like what? Are we supposed to expect that he watched Let It Go a bunch on YouTube like all the other fags out there? I mean, this is so... It just breaks the universe with how careless it is. I can't believe it. It is just an enormous plot hole.
Number 24.
Yeah, I'm just trolling you guys. That's as far as I could get though, because I couldn't keep that bullshit up for a whole video. Truth is, Frozen 2 is awesome. It's incredible. It is a little divisive. Some people think it's too dark and too weird. But me, honestly, I was completely overwhelmed and awestruck by how fucking cool this movie is. Honestly, I probably could sit here and make an hour-long video about every single aspect of it, but today's like Thanksgiving. I don't have the time. All I really want to say is that it's a great movie, and when it comes to Disney Plus, I'm going to watch the shit out of it, like a lot. And speaking of Disney Plus, like here's the thing. One of the first things I watched on Disney Plus, apart from The Mandalorian of course, was The Black Cauldron, one of those infamous old Disney classic movies that I'd never really seen growing up. Did I like watching The Black Cauldron? Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It's really old and very basic, but it was just kind of fun to see that kind of old, antiquated animation style. But when you watch these two movies back to back, The Black Cauldron and then Frozen 2, it is staggering how much better the latter one is. It's unbelievable how far animation has come. And I'm not just talking about the technical aspects, the computer animation, because I like the look of both. I like the old stuff and I like the new stuff. I'm talking in terms of just the story, the characterization, the wit, the humor, the overall experience of it. Frozen 2 is just awe-inspiringly better. It's like comparing a Model T to, what's a new car model that... I don't know cars, like a Lamborghini or something. Some fancy new car. Things have just progressed that much, and it's amazing. But of course, the internet is still populated with all these 40-year-old edgelords sitting around vaping their weed and saying,
Duh, when I was young, movies were good. Now they are all bad. Hollywood doesn't know how to make movies anymore.
And I know I harp on this a lot, my whole crusade against cynicism and edgelordiness, but that attitude just continues to confound the hell out of me. I mean, just looking at blockbuster movies, when you're in the year 2019, when you have the double punch of Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame, Joker, and Frozen 2, those are some of the best blockbusters ever. Like, the quality level is fucking unbelievable, and we are lucky to have it. I hope here in a month or so I can add The Rise of Skywalker to that list, but can't really say until I've seen it. As always, it's just that vast disconnect between the quality of the things that are coming out and the volume of the whining that accompanies them.
All right, I didn't really want to do a rant about another animated film because I did one long ago about Coco, and that was a big fucking shit show. But I saw the reception of Frozen 2, and I'm like, you know what? Didn't do so well with the critics, and I gotta say, kind of obvious why. The movie, all around, a big fucking knockoff. And what was the other point I wanted to reflect on? But I always fucking lose all my points in my fucking rants. What was the other one? I gotta write this shit down. I kind of predicted this with Disney. I predicted that, they were doing so well, just this laziness showing. And it's kind of, I'm not a big Disney fan, but you kind of saw it coming, and it's kind of depressing in a way, because you kind of, I don't know, you just hope things stay the same. I don't know what it is, but this movie wasn't good. Oh, but the music was good. Who cares? The music was good. It was fine in the first. It's not, this is Frozen, so it's different and yada, yada, yada. But as I'm moving my fucking arms around, like you could actually see what I'm doing. But anyway, Frozen, not good. Story, nah. You got the music, but it doesn't matter. You need that story around the music that wasn't, Oh,
God, get a load of that guy. Can you imagine actually being him, or being the kind of person who enjoys that kind of content? Just that nasally, everything sucks. That is just unbearable. If you're the type of person who watches a video like that in earnest, then I genuinely feel sorry for you. Your life is not going well at all. Look, The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance on Netflix is way better than the original Dark Crystal movie. It just is. That new Carmen Sandiego cartoon on Netflix that I love, it's way better than the old one. The Last Jedi is just as good or better than The Empire Strikes Back. I'll bet you $20 right now that the new version of Dune that's coming out next December, directed by Denis Villeneuve, it's going to be way better than the old David Lynch version. And don't get me wrong, I love the old David Lynch version. It's so weird and fucked up, it's precious, it's a treasure. It is a freaking unique, just bizarre monstrosity. Movies like Dune and The Black Cauldron, I mean, they're so precious because they're made with outdated technologies, outdated ways of telling a story, and you'll just never be able to make movies like that again, for better or for worse. But to be fair, the new version will almost certainly be better, in the same way that Frozen 2 is way fucking better than The Black Cauldron, or The Little Mermaid, or Rescuers Down Under, or virtually any of those old Disney movies. I just feel the need to say it again. Things, overall, are getting better. It's just that your brains are getting old and tired, and they can't experience things the way they once did. Sometime before the end of the year, I want to do like a whole gigantic video about nostalgia. Right now, I ain't got the time. It's Thanksgiving. We'll see if I get around to it. Until then, if your mom tries to drag you to see Frozen 2 with your baby sister, I say go see it. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, that's about it. Happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow fat-ass Americans. Let's go eat some stuffing.
Stuffing.
We come to the end of another day of operation for WJHL-TV Channel 11, Johnson City, Kingsport, and Bristol, Tennessee. With transmitter located atop Holston Mountain and studio in downtown Johnson City. WJHL-TV is owned and operated by Roy H. Park Broadcasting of the Tri-Cities, Incorporated. WJHL-TV also operates microwave relay station KIY92 and mobile microwave remote pickup KX6204 and translator stations W13AR in Marion, Virginia and W07BC in Big Stone Gap, Virginia. We invite you to join us tomorrow morning when we shall present programs designed to please you. Speaking on behalf of the management and staff of WJHL-TV, we wish you a pleasant good morning. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.